How many animals have you rehabilitated and released?
Over all the years? Oh, hell, thousands and thousands.
And do you have any written proof, documents, videos of that?
Yeah.
Is it easy to see? Do you share it with people?
No. Ain't nobody's fucking business. Not required to show anybody. The state has it. I send in an annual report every year. Now, I don't do rehab nowadays like I used to. I haven't done rehab for, hell, probably the last 6-7 years. I take in some, but nothing like I used to. I still do Raptor rehab because that's a federal license, and I do that for the hawks and the owls and all that kind of stuff. But for most of the animals, I tried doing it one year with those lousy, with those sorry pieces of shit you're talking about that bash me, to show them what it's all about. Because I used to do it all by myself. Hundreds and hundreds of animals a year. And I used to do it all. So I showed them, here it is. So we would have a lousy 20 raccoon babies or whatever, and I was trying to show them how to keep up with it. And they did for the most part. I mean, they did good. But they still didn't have nothing compared to what I used to have and what I used to do.
And you mentioned just now the Raptor release. So when is the last time you released one of those birds?
About 3 or 4 weeks ago.
Just for here recently?
Mm-hmm.
Do you mind telling us about it?
I got a call on, I've rescued probably at least 5 or 6 different raptors in the last 2 months. Where I take them in. If they're injured, now, you try to fix them. If at all possible, you fix them so they can be released back out into the wild. If not, it's my requirement. If they're more or less past the point of no return, it is my job, it is my requirement, it is my duty to euthanize that bird. It's not my vet's responsibility. It has nothing to do with it. It is my responsibility. That is the duty in which I have decided to take on. And according to my license, it is my duty and my responsibility to ensure a humane euthanasia of those animals.
How many have you had to euthanize here in the last few months?
Probably about 3 or 4 of them. Because they come in and they're completely shattered, or completely messed up. There's no hope for them. So there's no need in sitting there. I've been doing this for years. I'm a master falconer dealing with raptors. I've been dealing with raptors since I was like 12 or 13 years old. So I took a test to prove my knowledge on raptors. Most of your rehabbers haven't. They don't. They just were there. They may have been a docent volunteer at like the Louisville Zoo and then go out on their own and do raptor rehab. They didn't learn shit. They didn't know nothing. I'll run circles around them. So I know when a bird's brought in, pretty much at that point, whether or not it's salvageable or not. I don't need nobody else telling me that.
And how do you euthanize these birds?
Usually it's just a humane euthanasia. It's done quick, it's done simple. Done and over with.
Can you tell us what that is?
No. It's nobody's business how I do things. Nobody's business. I do exactly what I'm required to do. What is humane about euthanasia? The final result is fucking death. It's just that simple. I do it as quick as possible. Quicker than any vet could ever think about doing it. I am there for the animals. So I do what needs to be done. I hate that part of my job, but I do it because that is my responsibility.
Whenever you take in new animals, how do you document it?
As what kind of animals are you talking about? Wild?
Any animals,
domestic,
yeah, wild, exotic animals.
The wild animals that we take in, those are all rehab animals. 99, most of them. It's going to be rehab animals. Now, anything else? Rehab animals are brought in. They're just brought in for temporary purposes and either released or euthanized. The exotic animals, everything's documented. I have acquisition forms for every lousy stinking animal that's on this property. I have disposition forms for any animal that's left this property, whether it be through death, euthanasia, transfer, gift, sold, whatever. I have every lousy stinking thing documented.
So that's a high priority for you.
Well, it's required.
And those documents are easy to produce?
They're easy for me to produce, yeah.
And are they accessible if people ask to see them?
No. Not unless USDA decides they want to show them somebody. And that's through the Freedom of Information Act or whatever, I guess. And I don't even think they show out I don't think they're allowed to actually give out my information as far as inventory or any of that kind of shit. I don't know. That's up to them. I don't care. I have nothing to hide. I have nothing to hide whatsoever. So if they want to give it out, more power to them.
My next little set of questions is kind of about everyday needs. So how does every animal receive enrichment every day?
Every animal here receives enrichment every day based upon what they need, what they have, what they could have. We try to think of different ways of, more or less entertaining them. All kinds of different stuff. We change that on a regular basis. We flip-flop stuff. We put different scents on stuff. Anything and everything. So.
Do you think enrichment's important for the animals?
Damn right it is. And you know what the main kind of enrichment is for animals? Human interaction. That's the main enrichment that animals in captivity thrive on and deserve, is human interaction.
And would you say all of your animals live in a safe habitat?
Yeah, because they don't get hurt in their habitat. So evidently it's safe.
Is it appropriate for each of the animal types?
Yes.
And would you be willing to show us that?
No.
Why not?
Because you fucking reporters suck. I guess that's the simplest way to put that.